Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your end of April reading. Essentially, we're just going to jump straight into it because I am late as fuck. So, this is Sag Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, North Node, Progressed, wherever Sag is in your chart. You can apply it to there, whatever. However you want to do it, alright? So, first up, Sagittarius. I am getting a weird vibe from you. I feel like for a while you've been confused about who you are, maybe, or confused. Just give me, like, your energy gives me this vibe of like someone who one week is hell into doing one thing and then the next week is hell into doing something else. So I feel like your energy at the moment, Sag, is kind of like you needing to kind of make peace with the fact that you can't do everything. Like, I feel like you want to do everything, Sag. And I feel like the end of April is really showing you that you kind of need to pick something. Or you just kind of need to, like, devote your energy to one thing in particular so that you can make progress on it. Because I feel like with this Two of Pentacles and this Queen of Wands, you're very consistently going back and forth about whether or not you have the confidence to actually do something. And with it being Pentacles, like, and the Queen of Wands, I feel like for some of you guys this is about like a business that you want to launch or a new job, or you know, it's just something physical and tangible. It could even be maybe the way that you want to take care of your kids, or you want to switch something up in that sense. But it sort of feels as though you're going back and forth a little bit like unsure about whether or not you actually have the confidence and the willpower to do this. I think that you've been stuck in between worlds for quite a while, Sag, with this Mediator card coming out. I just kind of feel as though you've been like stuck, I'm getting the words literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. So it just kind of feels as though you've been trying to, like, you know, show up for everybody and do everything in the best way that you possibly can. It kind of feels as though like there could be a conflict between people around you, and you kind of try and stay out of it. You try and literally be the mediator. You literally try and, like, you know, keep things where they are. I feel like the end of April is going to be really like presenting this to you. I think that you're going to be finding that you're being called to, like, to sort of like tell your truth in a way. This light attribute, it says gifts for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So the thing is with you, Sag, is I feel like you guys can sometimes get flack for being called dogmatic or, you know, opinionated, all those sorts of things. I think that you are actually coming to a phase in a place, Sag, where you're actually quite open to other opinions. You're actually quite open to other options. I feel like with this Hermit card coming out, I feel like you've been in, especially in April, you might have been like extra quiet this April. Your friends might have been a little bit like, hey, where's Sag? Like, I haven't heard from Sag in ages. That's because you've needed this time to really go within yourself. You've kind of needed to take a break so that you can you know, figure out solutions in your life with this Engineer card. It's almost like, because the Engineer even came out on top of the Dilettante. So it's almost like this Engineer is looking for a solution to, like, you always having your hand in, like, 10 different baskets. I feel like the Hermit card, it says light attribute, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. And then you have the Dilettante card out here. That says light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. And that's one thing that you're really not, Sagittarius, is superficial. You're a free spirit. You are the free spirit. You're the most free-spirited of the zodiac. So, you know, I feel like there's a real need for you to never lose yourself in that. And it's like you hold yourself very proudly to that. I feel like you have a pride in your openness, you have a pride in your freedom, you have a pride in your sort of like don't give a fuck attitude. I can try 20 different things and not stick to any of them. But the shadow attribute is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So I feel like the vibe I'm getting from this Dilettante card with this Hermit and everything, it's kind of like giving me someone who's needing to like get clear on what they actually do want to professionally put their energy into, because this is like someone who delights, you know how it says like delights in the arts. This is someone who's an amazing singer. Maybe they're a great musician. They can sing, they can dance, they can act, they can do all of the stuff. They're great at all the things, but they're not really fully committed to any of them. This is the vibe I'm getting. You're very, very good at things. You love things. You love gardening, you love painting, you love trying new things. You know, you love doing things that bring you happiness and that excite you and that feed your creative inspiration. But I feel like sometimes you get a little bit lost in it all, and you kind of like, you'll start one thing and then you might think that you know more about it, and the truth is that you really don't, and you're trying to do 10 different things at once, and the thing that you really do care about is actually falling to the wayside. So April's kind of you getting really clear on this. But this Hermit card like serves personal creativity. This is about you serving your creativity, not overdoing it, you know, not putting your hand in 10, like I said before, in 10 different baskets trying to get something different out of each one. You don't have 10 hands, you're not an octopus. So it's really important. Like, look, this literally looks, oh my god, she's got like octopus hands here. I didn't even notice that. Focus. She's got one hand here, she's got one hand here, she's got one hand here, she's got one hand here. You are not an octopus, so you got to stop thinking that you're an octopus. You got to stop thinking that you can get everything done. Like, I feel like, yeah, some of you guys, it could even be that like you have kids, or that you're like, I don't know, something. Some of you use this Page of Wands, it's kids, and it feels like maybe they're always wanting to do stuff, and your energy's kind of getting caught up sometimes with like, I want to do my thing, but I'm always being dragged in there, and blah blah blah, and it's a little bit like going back and forth. How do I serve myself whilst actually taking care of my responsibilities and taking care of the people I love, all that sort of stuff. Now, what was underneath this Page of Wands is the Nine of Cups. So I do think there's a dream that you have, there's a hope that you have, and I feel like the end of April, you're getting closer and closer to this becoming a reality. So the next two cards we have is the Ten of Swords being clarified by the Sun. So you really are at the end of a phase, and end of a cycle of pain. Some of you guys, you could be pregnant. Some of you guys, you could have just had a baby. Or some of you guys, maybe it's just like your kids are getting older. They're maybe moving into different stages of their lives, which is actually allowing you to take a step back, or it's allowing you to do things in a different way. You're now able to change up your routines. You're able to change up the way you have been doing things. I feel like there's been a period of inertia. Like this Ten of Swords is giving me, you know, sometimes you have felt so overwhelmed and so sort of like, I'm hearing like pushed, like so physically, emotionally, mentally just aggravated and pushed by, I'm not even feeling like it's a person, I'm feeling like it's circumstances. I kind of feel like it's life itself has felt like it's been pushing you at times, Sag. And yeah, I just feel as though it's like this is this is giving me the energy of someone who's just trying to like lay on the lounge and like let it all sort of pass, let it all go, trying not to take things too seriously, but you know, you can't ignore the pain that you're feeling. So with this coming up the Sun underneath it, there is joy on the way. There is happiness on the way. Your hard work is paying off. So you guys have obviously been putting in a lot of time and effort, and like with that Hermit card, the shadow attribute says withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. So it kind of feels as though you've had to go on this inner journey because you have had this like fear of other people judging you. And for some of you guys, it's about you being like other people judging you for your service to the community, for your service to the way you're meant to show up and serve the world with this Messiah card. This is serving humanity through humility. So the end of April's got you feeling really, really connected to your purpose in the sense that you're here to serve and that you're here to like make things happen. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let your ego stop you from taking the leap. You know, I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you don't want to be judged by anyone that you are already connected with. You don't want to be judged by your peers. You don't want to be judged by other people. And so it stops you from taking the action that you need to take because, you know, you're too proud. You're too like, well, I can't have anybody looking at me as if I'm any less than this. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like you have, what would we call it? Like an image to uphold. It's kind of like maybe, and that's the thing. There is a danger, because see here we have the word superficial come out. So one thing for you, Sag, is obviously you guys never want to be superficial, but sometimes you can. Sometimes you can lose yourself in that. You are the opposite sign to Gemini. So we can't ignore the axis. We can't ignore the polarities between the two, because Gemini will experience Sagittarius. Sagittarius will experience Gemini. I say this in every freaking reading. I say it all the time. One energy does not come without the other. It is an axis. There are two ends. There are two sides, you know, two ends of the stick. Same stick, different ends. Okay, so it's just different ways of manifesting similar energies. So the next two cards we have is Temperance with the King of Cups. And at first, ooh, my earring just fell out. And at first, this King of Cups card kind of came out in the reverse / on the side, but it felt like it wanted to come up out upright at the end. So this is deep emotional healing. I feel like this is deep emotional restoration, because I think that you've actually given yourself the time. I think that you've needed to give yourself the time to actually take a step back, because it does feel like with this mediator, you guys are always with other people. You guys are always sorting out everybody else's problems. You're always focused on everyone else. With this Messiah, you're always focused on how can you serve everybody else? How can I serve my friends? How can I serve my community? How can I serve my family? How can I serve them in a way that feels really good to me? And it's depleted you at times because you haven't been able to put your energy fully into you. Your energy was being depleted. It was being drained. Some of you guys were even dealing with very emotionally manipulative people in the past, and essentially you've been in a process of regaining your emotional sovereignty. Like, I feel like with this King of Cups and this Temperance, this is like you literally regaining your peace, regaining your your creativity again, because the Cups cards, they talk about emotions and feelings and all that sort of stuff, but creativity and art and magic and beauty comes from emotion. Everything, really, if you think about it, like the majority of stuff in life stems from the emotion we were feeling at the time. So all art is created from the emotion that we were feeling at the time. So this is you connecting with the artist within you again. I also feel like some of you guys have not been connecting with your spirit guides, and this is very much at the end of April. It's almost like it's going to be impossible to not pay attention. Like, you are being forced to pay attention. There's just no doubt about it. Like, you're just not going to be able to get away with ignoring your intuitive hits anymore. Like, I feel like you guys have had 1 foot in and 1 foot out of your spiritual journey for a long time now, and this is the end of this month is essentially no more fucking around, no more 1 foot in and no more 1 foot out. Like, you've been doing things half-assed at times, and this energy is done for. Like, you're finished with being half-assed. You're finished with putting things, only half of your energy into something. I feel like for some of you guys, this really is about like stepping into some sort of like role. And I don't know if it's like a leadership role in a company that you already work in, or you want to start your own like spiritual business, or you want to start your own coaching, therapy, who the fuck knows, whatever that is for you, you know. Engineering, maybe some of you guys are thinking of going back to uni. Essentially, it's about you really getting really clear with yourself at the end of April, because you have these cards are all beautiful. Like, I really love the energy out here, but I could really feel the confusion at the start of this reading. So it's all about getting clear on your future. I feel like this is getting emotionally clear on your future as well, and getting emotionally clear on what actually lights you up, what actually brings you joy. If you were to feel what you imagine to be fully healed from whatever it is that you're sort of healing from, or that you're moving through. I mean, all humans are always moving through something. I don't believe that we're ever just, I'm healed and everything's fine. That's just not real. We're always moving through something. So the thing that you've been moving through recently, which I do think is this level of confusion, this level of how do I get myself back after I've lost myself to other emotionally unavailable people? Because I poured my heart into people that were emotionally unavailable, and it left me feeling empty. This is you getting that power back, filling your cup back up, getting these emotions back home to you, and really allowing yourself to feel them. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's almost like You have not wanted to even feel your emotions for so long. You haven't wanted other people to see you feeling emotions. It's almost like maybe you looked at emotions as being embarrassing. It's giving me like an embarrassing energy. And so I feel like the end of April, you're no longer going to be embarrassed by the way that you show up, by the way that you feel. You're not going to be putting yourself down because you're having a bad day. This is the energy I get. Like, I feel like you guys have been putting yourselves down because you might not have a bad day every day. Because some days you might be screaming at your children because you're so frustrated. That is okay. Like, you got to stop putting yourself down because you don't feel like you're being... For some of you guys, you are a great mom, okay? I just have to say this. This is for someone in particular. I feel like all I'm hearing is you're a great mom. You're a great mom. Can you please stop judging the way that you mother your children? Or, you know, for some of you, you're a dad. Please stop judging the way that you take care of your children, because your children chose you. They chose you because they knew that you were going to deliver them the exact lessons that they needed in this lifetime to become the most embodied, the most high vibe, healthiest, integrated, karmically healthy versions of themselves. They are their own souls in their own right. You are not... I was going to say, you are not responsible for them. You are responsible for their well-being. You're not responsible for their evolution. You can do only the best that you can do. Just like your parents did the best that they could do for you. It's literally, that's all it is. Do you really think that at the end of the day, you don't sit there and say, my parents were just complete fuckwits? No, because at the end of the day, the older you get, the more you actually get to see that your parents were only just doing the best that they could with what they had. You're going to see this. You are already seeing this. It's all good. You just really need to know that you are you're doing such a better job than you give yourself credit for, okay? Whoever that was for, I love you. Stop judging yourself. I'm getting really itchy nose too, so you're an amazing mother. Please, father, trust yourself, and you look fucking damn good while you're doing it. You're a MILF, okay? You're a MILF. Anyway, Two of Wands, last two cards. We have the Two of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Swords, and my battery is about to run out, so I've got to talk really fast. This is planning. This is putting the plan into action, because I feel like for some of you guys, you've been procrastinating and sitting on this for so goddamn long. You've built up so much fucking anxiety about taking the leap and making the plan that it's time to just absolutely fucking do it. Like, for some of you guys, better sleep routines, better health routines, better ways of connecting with your own mind and your own thoughts. This is affirmations. This is needing to like plan a healthier way of seeing or interacting with your own mental body. And by that, I kind of mean by like, this is really, to me, this is about the way you feel, because with the Two of Wands and the Two of and the Nine of Swords, Wands and Swords, Wands is passion, it's power, it's the spark of life, it's inspiration, it's creativity, all those things, spirituality. Swords is thoughts, and it's the mind, it's what's going on inside of us, it's what's going on inside your head, essentially. So you are feeling so passionately connected to starting again. It's just your mind that tries to stop you. It's your mind, it's the thoughts that get in the way. For some of you guys, like, I can't stop staring at this bedspread. For some of you guys, it's like redecorating your house, bringing more light into your house. For some of you guys, oranges, yellows, like sacral, solar plexus shit, reds. I think it's really, really, really powerful for you to really start taking everything into consideration. What colors are you surrounded by? What vibes, what energies? Because that's what's with this King of Cups as well. You're starting to really realize how fucking receptive you are, how fucking sensitive you are. So you can't keep allowing your energy to be pulled on by everyone and everything, because you're too sensitive. With this Messiah card, you're an angel, you're an earth angel, you're here to serve the collective. The shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. For some of you guys, when I was talking about your kids before, you have this belief that like, if you don't do this perfectly, they're gonna suffer, it's gonna be hard, and I'm gonna have failed, and all this sort of stuff. This is overthinking. You are overthinking. You are overthinking way too much about, for some of you guys, you might even be expecting, you might be pregnant, and you're overthinking the way you're going to be a mum. You're overthinking, like, oh, I'm going to do this, blah, 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 you know, all that sort of stuff. Understandable. Completely fucking understandable. But the message really is that you are not the only way in which anything will be brought to anyone. So please don't believe that you are the only source of love or light or whatever to a certain person or a child or anything like that. You are not the only one. Please don't believe that it has to be you that has to sacrifice everything so that others can receive, because that's not true. Last message I have for you is that it's time to take action. a time for healing. So it's time to take action on your healing, literally on your healing. With this temperance, that's what's coming up. Like literally the end of April is you just being like, no, okay, I've had enough. I'm really, really, really committed to my healing now. I really want to feel my best. I really want to feel committed to this new chapter, this new life. New moon in Aries. This is like the new year sort of shit. New me, new year. So it feels a bit like a whole new year for you at the moment. It's kind of like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's do this. Gemini, new moon in Gemini, communication is key at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you guys, you really do just need to be more open and communicative. You just need to be talking, especially with your kids. It's just talking it out, talking. I feel like there's sometimes we really forget how helpful it is to literally just be honest and just say how we feel sometimes and say what we're thinking, because it really can change up everything. So any final words of advice? Essentially, Sag is just like the end of April really is your time to shine, in the sense that you're giving everything to yourself. You're giving what you need to yourself. You're filling up your own cup so that you actually can serve other people, because you can't even serve, anyone from an empty cup, and that includes your children. Okay, so it really is I just heard the word impossible. It's not impossible. You can prioritize things differently, even if you're giving yourself 5-10 minutes a day. We really need to clear up the way that we tell ourselves stories and we convince ourselves that that's the only way, okay? Because that's the thing. You can get very, very opinionated. And if you build up an opinion of, I can't do this, or I will never be able to have this, well, you're only digging yourself a deeper and deeper grave, because you're going to manifest that for yourself, Sag. Last card out is it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. And then we have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. So, that's the thing. What do you need to release? It's time to release negativity. It's time to release, look, you have the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So it's anxiety. For you, a lot of this is about anxiety, because you don't believe that you're doing a good enough job. You don't believe that you are good enough. You don't believe that you are strong enough. You don't believe that you deserve it. I think for some of you guys, you're spending too much time up at night. I think that getting a good night's sleep and waking up earlier in the day and spending more time out about in the day is going to really, really help you. It's simple, but it's true. Essentially, you're shedding your skin. You're shedding your old skin, and everything's going to be working out in really, really, really beautiful divine timing. It's just that, you need to take a break sometimes from being so hard on yourself. The answers that you need are coming. Everything is going to work out, and you are going to be able to step forward in this power, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is you fighting you about what you need to do. About the leap that you need to make, the change you need to make. Oh my god, a really wagtail just landed just outside my window. That never ever happens. Now I know that in New South Wales, willy wagtails are a bad omen that someone's going to die, but apparently in WA they're a good omen. I can't remember what it was. Maybe someone's going to be born. I don't really know, but essentially that was interesting. See, that was kind of confirmation. I feel like you guys really, it's like a little birdie came and told me. Ooh, some of you guys are having a baby. Okay, some of you guys are having a baby. Anyway, I love you so much, Sagittarius. I'm gonna end this reading here because we've kind of gone over time with you guys. I didn't mean to, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go smoke my, where to go? I'm gonna go smoke my beautiful little friend over here. And yeah, hop to it. Okay, I love you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what you doing? Hurry up and do it. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that down below via the link in the description box. You can book a tarot or an astrology reading with me, or both. I'd like to thank your guides, my guides, your angels, your high self, ancestors, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding both of us in all moments for delivering this reading to us at the moment. This is awesome. I really feel like you guys are just going to be super focused on problem solving, just going at it and getting it together. I like it, Sag. I really like it. So, I love you so much. I think that's everything that I usually say. I can't remember. I still don't have a fucking intro or an outro organised for this shit, but oh well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out your song. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your April. We're pretty much about to get stuck into May, so I'll see you in your May reading. Peace.